Warning! This episode contains extreme racism, mostly in the form of blackface. But Filth Wizard, why would I want to watch something horrible like that? We certainly don't condone such behavior, but we sure enjoy making fun of the idiots who do. But would you believe that this is the least bizarre thing about this crazy film? How is that possible? Only one way to find out. I will just say that this movie left our jaws on the floor. Join us as we tear apart the 2009 South African Miss Doubtfire ripoff Mama Jack on Cinematic Crap Alliance. Mama Jack, Mama Jack, she's got balls, and that's a fact. Hey, it is the High Council. We are high on South African joy, misery. I'm not sure. How you guys feeling after watching Mama Jack?
Awful.
Son of Captain Video. I saw that you were particularly enjoying this film.
If you gave me the option of leaving as if we were in a theater, I would have taken it easily. Yeah.
You might be wondering why I'm wearing this hat with his sunglasses. At some point in the movie, he changes into another character named Donkey Donald, and he's wearing this stupid Cuban hat with his sunglasses on. And yeah, we'll get into that. We have back with us Wings Hauser, ladies and gentlemen. It's been, it took a little holiday break. Whose pubes have you been perusing lately?
Nobody famous, just a mall Santa.
Yeah, just a mall Santa.
hanging out in a mall, hanging out in a mall Santa's lap.
How's the air quality there in the Hollywood Santas?
Luckily, it filters out a lot of the particles, so I was okay.
You didn't get evacuated from Santa Claus.
Well, Santa Claus evacuated quite a lot.
Well,
but I stayed in place.
It's a little dessert there for you, huh? We have so much to talk about with this film. This film stars a popular South African comedian named Leon Schuster. Leon had a show that was kind of like Ali G, where he put on costumes and accents to prank real people.
You cannot drive around with this license because it's not legitimate. You ran like that to me. Yeah, that's right. Okay, yeah, okay, this is Leon Schuster. Dale cámaras.
He rode that wave into several comedies on the big screen. Prince Albert, you are really good at summing up a movie in one sentence or less.
A hapless grip on a film set in South Africa mangles racial stereotypes and invades a woman's home only to fall in love with her and win the day among the community.
While in blackface.
And fart jokes. Lots and lots of fart jokes. Yo. It's like a cross between Mrs. Doubtfire, Tootsie, and any low-grade sitcom you've ever seen.
Master of Disguise.
I think it takes a big page out of Master of Disguise.
And the Three Stooges, but there's only one stooge in the film that actually gets the, physical comedy. Yeah, but...
Little Keystone Cops in there.
They rip off gags from Love and Death.
When was the last time you were with a woman?
What day is it today?
Monday,
Tuesday.
4 years.
Yeah, 2 years.
From Police Academy.
Fish Called Wanda.
No originality in this at all. It just seems like he just sits at home watching American blockbuster movies, and we can do that. I'm just going to do it in blackface for some reason. yeah, this movie kind of defies logic. It's all over the place. It's surreal at times. It's weird. He's got these weird songs in it.
Kissing your ass, kissing goodbye.
It's so racist and unbelievable. Like, your jaw is on the floor through the entire thing.
Mate!
Yes, master.
Could you make yourself useful? Get me some coffee?
Yes, master.
You're at the wrong house. This woman is American. She needs a Mexican.
Yes. John Nelson, yes.
You stupid!
So let's rate this motherfucker. We're
Did you
starting
say
off.
let's rape this motherfucker?
Yes. Yes. Both, yeah. All right. Starting off as always with the script.
This film is, it's basically just a lot of kind of just dumb jokes, like bits that you can see coming from a mile away. They just went on forever and ever. Like there's a bit about a dead dog that just went on for almost like 20 minutes, it felt like. There's the rule of 3 in comedy, and these are like, they took that and they're like, well, does that mean 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3? Like, sorry, it was very frustrating. Yeah, they
managed to somehow make fart jokes and tit jokes and testicular pain jokes totally unfunny. I don't know how they managed to do that. It's quite a feat. There's quite a lot of them too. Although the testicles through the vacuum, that one actually was pretty good.
A really good ball gag.
Yeah, I think that's ball gag, exactly.
I don't know. I thought it sucked. And that director is called humor.
Hey!
One of the things that bothered me most about this film was like huge jumps in logic. And it starts off, they're shooting a movie about Nelson Mandela.
Begin my long walk to freedom.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. Sorry, but that's not the way Mr. Mandela speaks. Listen to this.
What we say is, what we say. And what we do is what we do. That's incredible. What the flying...
Dude, I don't know what movie sets you've been on, but you do not go up to the director and start telling him his job.
Excuse me, sir, but the way the ram is angled now, the stunt guy is actually going to fly it that way, not there.
First you're a dialogue coach, now you're a stunt man.
He gets mad at this director and starts pulling pranks on him.
I'm feeling pretty good about this.
The director decides to take revenge on this asshole Jack, and like drugs him up with some voodoo drug that makes him hallucinate. He does a whole bunch of horrible stuff. Cops are after him. His little androgynous friend. Shorty is a makeup effects person and dresses him up as a giant black lady. So he ends up at this beautiful girl's house and falls in love with her, becomes her maid, still running away from the cops. Oh, it happens to be the director's fiance. But then he turns into this other Scottish character that just shows up naked in her house and she's perfectly fine with it. 5 minutes later, they're in love.
She's also unreasonably trusting of this man and leaves her daughter, who looks like she's maybe 6 years old, with him all the time. He's taking her on trips. He's got her in his lap. He's touching her in really creepy ways.
When she discovers this naked man who she doesn't know in her bathroom, she only stops from like hitting the panic button because he said his child is dead.
And one passed away. And I went downhill. My wife left me and then took my only beloved daughter with her.
Like, oh, well, let me give you a pass on being a stranger naked in my house because you told me you have a dead kid.
There was a lot of humor in this that was clearly going over our heads because it was, South African culture or like a linguistic pun or something.
Wow!
but it probably still sucked.
Guaranteed. Let's get our scores.
It's as if your racist uncle hooked up with the neighbor's 13-year-old child and they wrote, no, that sucks. Don't do that. It was as if your drunk uncle got together with like a 13-year-old boy from the neighborhood and wrote what they thought was the most hilarious comedy ever. 9.
There's worse out there. But it felt like a real movie, so 8.
Contrived, derivative, unfunny, 9.
I agree with 9.
I agree with the 9 as well. At least it was like coherent and you could understand, but they still need to be thrown in prison. Our next category is bad acting.
You know, a comedy like this, you can't expect maybe too much from acting, so I mean, it was fine for just a dumb comedy.
I just wanted to point out there was a couple of characters in this film. We talked about Shorty, who we referred to as Shardy through the whole thing. That to me just seemed like a side character there to kind of legitimize and not make it seem as racist, because he's just laughing at everything like, oh, it's fine. The director, who is a dead ringer for Tom Green. The facial expressions, the body build, everything.
The stunts.
Tour de force performance from Tom Green, who actually turns green at one point. Coincidence?
Bonus.
I think not.
It's not.
Let's rate the acting.
Perfectly serviceable for a bonehead comedy, so 5.
These all look like pretty seasoned actors, so I would say a 4.
I agree with a 4.
I'm going to shoot the middle and give it a 5.
Yep, 5.
Our next category is incompetence, the production quality.
Nothing really took me out of it, so it feels like it was fairly competently made. Again, sort of sitcom level, especially the effects. Like the green screen was pretty rough, and if anybody knows about green screen,
I just know about red, white, and blue screen.
Yeah. Woo. Yes, sir. Not much to say about incompetence. We're just going to jump in with the scores here. Oscar Papa.
Bad CG, bad green screen. I'll give it a 6.
3.5.
I'll go 6.
I'm going to go down the middle and say 5.
I'll say 4.
Which brings us to everybody's favorite category. What the
Elephant in the room, blackface. And we started off thinking, hey, maybe there's something culturally different because it's South Africa, but no, it's pretty much just as bad, if not worse. It's just pervasive. It's horrible. And then it goes to him putting on a Nelson Mandela mask.
I have taken a shorter walk to freedom.
Just extra level awful.
And his accent, too.
Then the character of Mama Jack becomes this sort of angel figure. And then the sort of denouement of the film is he's revealed as white. So you get the white savior and magical Negro trope rolled into one. That's a first for me. I've never seen that before.
Sometimes things ain't really broken. It's the way we treat them that needs to be fixed.
Yeah, lots of wise voodoo-ish characters in this, which is...
When a man drinks this smoothie, he becomes naked. All lies fall away. He cannot deceive himself.
I think that whole Nelson Mandela thing was just sort of a Band-Aid put over the racism in this, to be like, see, it's not racist because we're honoring Nelson Mandela.
Yeah, hard agree.
It's like using Abraham Lincoln to justify Birth of a Nation.
His character's creepy. He meets up with the kid immediately. His hands are all over the little girl, just like he can't stop touching her. And he wrote the script so that this like little girl's like in love with him. We get treated to a very prolonged scene of him nude standing in front of him. As if that's anything that anybody would want to see, but boy, did she like it. They're going for a kiss, and he he just inhales her face, which is weird because she's got a giant mouth, but he somehow dislocated his jaw and almost swallowed her face. That poor actress, I don't think she was ready for that. And he is not an attractive fellow. And he does that to her again at the end of the movie. Just oh man. Ugh.
I'm sure they had an intimacy coordinator on set to make sure.
At the beginning of the movie, the cops find the roofie drug Rohypnol, and Shardy's just like,
he takes those pills to sleep. That's all.
Sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Uh-huh.
There's a part where he's taking a leak standing up, and then he hears somebody coming, and we cut to the little girl entering the bathroom, just waltzes right in, rounds a corner, and there's Mama sitting there on the pot, and no privacy. They're just having a quick chin wag there, and
I bet it's in the behind the scenes DVD.
Jesus.
Gotta go.
Son of Captain Video, what is your score for What the Fuck?
10.
I would give it a 10, but I'm going to knock it down to a 9 only because the racism and problematic nature of it is unfortunately a little too predictable.
I can't see myself giving this anything lower than 10s.
Yeah, I agree. 10.
One of the easiest 10s I've ever given.
Category charm. Not much to say here. We're just going to give scores. 0.5. And that 0.5 is just for some of the South African stuff in it that I found interesting culturally, even though I think we were staring at the culture through shit-colored glasses.
1.
I give it a 0.5. It's basically anti-charm.
Son of Captain Video.
I agree.
Calm down.
This movie was so charming, I was having serious flashbacks to wanting to watch Paradise Motel. And I'm not joking. I was reminiscing about what a fun movie, how much I enjoyed watching that. I would have rather watched The Wall for an hour and a half. I will give my first ever half point rating.
Wow.
So 0.5 on this for charm.
Well, The Wall is a pretty good movie.
Touche. No, I'm thinking The Wall over there that is just plain, Apartment White. I'd rather watch that than this movie.
Oh. Well, is it brick?
Wings?
Yes.
What is your score?
Oh, 0.5. I gotta give it at least a half a point for Tom Green.
Sure.
It was so charming, we had a running commentary of how much time was left on the movie.
Oh, yeah. Overall fun.
I'll go with an 8. That's only because of the context of watching it together. And frankly, I will probably watch it again.
I'm going to give this a 9. As painful as this movie is, I find this movie fascinating. It blows my mind. I'm going to be thinking about this for weeks afterwards.
I'm going to give it a 9 for fun as well. My jaw was wide open the entire time. And that's saying something, because...
Is it?
I gotta go in the opposite direction. I'm giving this a 1 for fun, and really, it's I probably would have given this a much higher score if it were not for the dogs getting killed. Like, what really pushes over the edge is not one but 2 characters laughing their asses off. Ugh, it makes me sick to my stomach. It's about as fun as a snuff film.
And last but not least, Son of Captain Video. I know this is the greatest movie you've ever seen. What is your fun score?
I'm going with Wings on this one. It's a 1.
Just to go over our final scores really quick, Bad Acting got an 8.8. The script got a 4.6. Ineptitude got a 4.9. What the f was the winner of the evening with a 9.8. Charm was the loser of the evening with a 0.6. Probably our lowest score ever given to anything. Fun was a 5.6 for a final score of 5.72. Mama Jack, a very divisive film. Although I will say there's a scene at the end where his like mask is ripped off and he just he's standing there in like women's underwear and he still has black neck. That's my next Halloween costume. I'm calling dibs on that right now. So yeah, keep an eye out. October. Mama Jack. Mama Jack. He smokes.
She's got balls.
That's a fact.
Fact.
Bet. She came on my back. I'm pitching a sequel right now. Mama Jack Off. Thanks for joining us, Wingshauser. Thanks for coming back. Thanks for being good sports and sitting through that absolutely awful film, everybody. But that was
it was big of us.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's definitely worth checking out, although I don't think Son of Camp video.
No, it's not. Don't check it out.
Do it. Do it.
For the curious only. For the
with your
pros.
friends, please. Do not watch on your own.
Yeah, no, don't watch this on
Health hazard.
alone. Frickin'
No.
Mama Jack will be summoned and strangle you through your mirror.
Right.
From his undead portal of hell. Thanks for joining us. We have a lot. Our last video did really well. I'd like to welcome all our new subscribers. Thanks for joining us.
Yay.
We appreciate the support.
Thank
and
you.
we will see you guys next time.
You're not going to like to hear this.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
I only recorded...
And now, a dramatic reading of the review, Leon Schuster's Mama Jack Hits Los Angeles, November 7th, 2005, with a literal translation from AI Art. Leon Schuster's latest film, Mama Jack, was screened at the American Film Market in Santa Monica earlier this week and received a thumbs up from a specifically recruited audience. The audience found the storyline of Mama Jack to be new and fresh, and liked the unusual transition of Leon Schuster's character, Jack Theron, from a white man to a black woman, according to Video Vision. They also rated Mama Jack as a better film than Mrs. Doubtfire and Big Mama's House. The rating received from the recruited audience was way above average, and the audience gave the film a massive applause at the end of the screening. We are confident that it will find success with mainstream audiences internationally. The end.